Nigel Farage's latest live TV appearance wasn't just an interview, it was a political battle, and he emerged victorious. From the moment the cameras started rolling, Farage seized control of the narrative, turning what was supposed to be a grilling into a masterclass in strategy and resilience. While some politicians buckle under the weight of tough questioning, Farage thrived, using the confrontation as a platform to push his agenda with unflinching confidence and clarity. This wasn't just political theater, it was a moment that left both supporters and critics stunned. Farage didn't merely answer questions, he dismantled them, reframing accusations as opportunities to showcase his vision. When pressed on his dual commitments to collect on and supporting Donald Trump in the US, Farage didn't falter. "You didn't read what I put out," he calmly retorted, exposing the host's lack of preparation while laying out his plans with precision. His response wasn't defensive, it was authoritative. Farage painted himself not as a politician caught between responsibilities but as a leader capable of juggling multiple roles with ease, all while maintaining focus on the interests of his constituents. The highlight of the interview came when his ties to Donald Trump were called into question. The host aimed to portray the relationship as controversial, but Farage flipped the script. He defended his alliance with Trump unapologetically, emphasizing the economic and diplomatic benefits of their collaboration. Rather than shying away from the topic, Farage leaned into the discussion, articulating how Trump's America First policies align with the UK's post-Brexit goals. "Clearly, if I'm elected for Clecton, I will not be able to spend the amount of time in America that I previously would," he admitted, demonstrating a level of honesty that's rare in politics. But he didn't stop there. He pivoted to argue that fostering strong international relationships was a cornerstone of effective leadership. By the end of the segment, the host's attempt to paint Farage as a liability had backfired, leaving viewers impressed by his composure and strategic brilliance. What sets Farage apart is his authenticity. In a political landscape dominated by rehearsed soundbites and careful PR maneuvers, Farage's raw, unscripted style is both refreshing and polarizing. His responses during the interview weren't carefully crafted lines designed to appease everyone. They were direct, passionate, and full of conviction. When accused of fueling rumors on social media about a recent criminal case involving migrants, Farage didn't back down. "I was saying tell the truth, give the public information, and the problem will die down," he argued, turning the blame back on the government for its lack of transparency. It was a bold move, but one that resonated with viewers who are tired of evasive answers. Throughout the exchange, Farage maintained a commanding presence. Even the host's most pointed challenges, designed to corner him, failed to disrupt his flow. Instead of reacting emotionally, Farage used each question as a springboard to reinforce his message. On immigration, he didn't mince words, calling for stronger borders and a more robust system to protect public services. While critics may label his views as divisive, there's no denying that Farage speaks directly to the frustrations of many voters who feel ignored by mainstream parties. His ability to address these issues head-on, without the usual political hedging, is what makes him such a formidable force. Farage's performance wasn't just a personal victory, it was a significant moment for his party, Reform UK. With dissatisfaction mounting against both Labour and the Conservatives, Farage positioned Reform UK as the alternative for voters seeking real change. He criticised the establishment for failing to address the country's most pressing issues, from the economy to immigration, and presented Reform UK as the solution. "The Tories have failed us completely, betrayed us completely. Labour is utterly hopeless," he declared, urging voters to join his movement. It was a rallying cry that struck a chord with viewers, many of whom have grown disillusioned with the status quo. The public's reaction to the interview has been explosive. Social media lit up with praise for Farage's no-nonsense approach, with comments like, "Finally, a politician who speaks without a filter," and "Love him or hate him, you can't ignore his impact." Even those who disagree with his policies were forced to acknowledge his ability to dominate the conversation. Critics, meanwhile, accused him of grandstanding and oversimplifying complex issues. But whether you admire or detest him, one thing is clear: Farage knows how to command attention. Farage didn't just outperform expectations, he set a new standard for political interviews. His ability to stay composed under pressure, articulate his views with conviction, and connect with the public on a personal level is unmatched. Where other politicians might have stumbled or sidestepped difficult topics, Farage leaned in, using every moment to reinforce his leadership credentials. This wasn't just about winning an argument, it was about demonstrating what effective, unapologetic leadership looks like. As Farage continues to drive conversations around the future of British politics, questions remain about his long-term impact. Can Reform UK truly challenge the dominance of Labour and the Conservatives? Is Farage's polarizing style a strength or a liability? What's undeniable, however, is that Farage has once again proven his ability to shape the political narrative. His latest appearance wasn't just an interview, it was a declaration of intent. Whether he's leading the charge for Reform UK or redefining the role of British politics on the global stage, Farage is a force to be reckoned with. In the end, Farage's TV appearance wasn't just about answering questions, it was about reshaping the conversation. It was about showing voters what leadership looks like in an era of uncertainty. Love him or hate him, Farage has an uncanny ability to cut through the noise and make his voice heard. And if this interview is any indication, he's not going anywhere anytime soon.